Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, John Cena, and today we're going to be doing a clan 2v2 battle. I'm going to be the purple player, and my ally, Harrydog, is going to be the orange player. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be facing off against another clan, the Dark Tranquility clan, so this is going to be a clan versus clan battle. So we see here some early scouting happening, grabbing those containers, trying to get some base development going with those in-game resources. We're going to go ahead and get a scout onto the green player's base. We can see green is already HQ2, and they're dropping down a 4th supply center. Meanwhile, Harrydog has scouted out the blue player being the rank 18 player, and we can see that blue is still in the middle of teching up. So we got some assaults into the back of blue's base, so we're going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to use all my scouts here to move to point B on the map here, and we're going to do some harassment. I tell Harrydog that we're going to attack this power plant, and we're going to see if we can take out this power plant. Probably won't be able to, but we can see here that the blue player has been forced to drop a bunker. This is good. It's going to force the blue player to waste some in-game resources that could be used for base development otherwise. Green's coming in to help out with some assaults. So our assault's going to get cleaned up, and that bunker's going to get finished, but now the blue player has a random bunker in the middle of their base. Meanwhile, I'm over here teching up. We're just getting into HQ3 here. I'm going to go ahead and drop down a 6th supply center, and I'm going to get out a cyclone. So on this map, what's nice about the map is that there's a little cliff in the center of the map, and if you put a helicopter in the middle of the map and put it on observation mode, your enemy can't see it unless they have jets or they send their own helicopter. So I'm gonna get my cyclone over to the middle of the map, gonna put it onto the little cliff thing in the center, and I'm just gonna leave it there. This is gonna give us some nice map control and visual of the map. So a little more scouting, harassment engagements happening, nothing too crazy yet. Looks like Harrydog is building more supply centers. Looks like a 7 supply center build. Meanwhile, I'm going for HQ4, and I'm going to start upgrading my factories. For this battle, I'm going to go for a land build. So, combination of Zeus and Torrents, possibly some Typhoons if indicated, to counter any aircraft. So here we go. It looks like Harrydog actually has 8 supply centers. I personally think it's a little bit excessive. I think Harrydog would have been good at 7 supply centers. But if it works, it works. So it looks like we got a hammer coming in from the blue player. Good move from the blue player to get something a little more steady to get into the base. So Harrydog at this point is still HQ3 and is currently in the process of building an avia factory. So we can see that the blue player is now making some rounds around the base, and is just getting a nice visual of what Harrydog is up to. So it's going to be no surprise to the blue and green player that we're going to have some sort of aviation happening on our side. So I am almost done producing a Zeus at this point from my assault vehicle factory. So I'm going to use the Zeus to come and intercept on this hammer. And here we go, hammer versus Zeus. Zeus is going to fire on the hammer. Hammer is going to move towards the bunker, try to escape, but that hammer is going to get cleaned up. So, meanwhile, continuing to upgrade here, and Harrydog is doing the same as well. Harrydog is going for a Tier 2 Avia factory, so I tell Harrydog that he should get out a Vertex so we can get some scouting on the blue and green player, just so we can get a better idea of what we're facing. We haven't done some scouting of their bases yet in a while. Harrydog's been doing a nice job so far of just denying scouting from the blue and green player using assaults positioned around the map. Here we go, Vertex is flying. Let's see what blue and green are up to. So blue's got a couple AA towers, is HQ3. Looks like the green player is also HQ3. Both of them have 4 anti-air towers each. Blue only has 2 anti-air towers for now. Both of them are HQ3. It, for now, looks like they're going for land builds. Blue might be getting some aircraft. We'll see. So my plan is going to be to stick with the land build. Harrydog is going to go for some Thors, just so we get some heavy bomber assistance in this battle. So at this point, I've already been HQ4 for some time. Harrydog is now just starting to upgrade to HQ4. We see some scouting denial happening again. Nice job, Harrydog. I'm actually going to drop down a third assault vehicle factory. It doesn't look like either the blue or green players are going for a ton of infantry. We see a fire assault take care of a scout there. So I'm going to go for a mass vehicle build. So it looks like Harrydog at this point has 9 supply centers. To me, that's a lot of supply centers. But he's got some strong economy to support, so we'll see how this turns out in our favor. Meanwhile, I'm getting the Zeus production going. I've just got my 6 supply centers to support me. So I'm pretty much maxed at command points at this point. And so what I'm going to do now, just to top off my command points, is in a little bit I'm going to build a cyclone. So you can see the cyclone production is being started, just to add a little bit of extra firepower to my assault force. But my assault force is going to mostly consist of Zeus and Torrents, and I get the cyclone out. Look at this cyclone from the blue player. This was a nice move from the blue player. On this map, in the top left and bottom right corners, there's actually these big cliffs that you can position a cyclone over, and I'll give you a visual of the enemy base. We can see here, green's moving onto the plateau, and they've got a bunker for some visual control over the platform. Nice move from the green player. Looks like some more fire assaults coming in from the blue player, trying to deny scouting, but Harrydog's got enough assaults to keep that covered. So I think it's time to move. I got full command points, and I don't want to keep waiting around, so I'm going to move my Zeus onto the plateau, because right now I can see that green isn't positioned over the cliff yet, so I can get onto the plateau without taking heavy casualties. Another fire assault coming in. It's going to be 3 assaults versus 1 fire assault. That fire assault is going to get cleaned up. Meanwhile, I'm moving my Zeus army onto the plateau. We got 3 Torrents here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and deploy those Torrents, and they're going to fire onto Green's army. Here comes Green's army. It's going to be a Zeus versus Zeus army. Green's got a shield generator on their side. So you can see here that my Zeus are now folding into a concave around Green's forces, and this is really nice for putting damage onto ground units. So looks like Green's got some Torrents as well, and a Typhoon. Green's forces are being cleaned up by the Zeus. The Zeus are going to go ahead and move in onto the Green's defensive line. Green's going to go ahead and drop down some walls. Those Torrents are continuing to fire on my Zeus, but my Zeus are going to clean those Torrents up. And the bunker goes down. So now I'm going straight for the entrance. Green is desperately now starting to spam more walls and heavy assaults. Looks like Green's in trouble. Green or Blue's going to need a response of some kind. So now my Zeus are entering the base. Green is continuing to drop walls to try and defend. Going to take out a power plant there. We can see from the lightning bolt symbol on the assault vehicle factory that Green is low power right now. So Green's in danger. Here comes a Thor. The Thor scores a nice hit on my army. So I'm going to lose some Zeus there. Blue's starting to come in with reinforcements, and Green is continuing to produce vehicles. So my attack is starting to lose momentum right now. I'm still able to snag some kills, but I don't think this is going to be the final blow to the green player. Here comes some Thors from Harrydog, and those Thors are going to bomb some of Green's units. Going to be a partial hit. Here comes some more Thors from Harrydog, and Harrydog's going to score another hit on the bunker and anti-air tower. I'm going to pull my Torrent back, going to try and retreat. Not going to make it though. It's going to get cleaned up by those Zeus. Harrydog sending 2 Thors over to hit a couple supply centers. The supply centers don't go down, and my ally loses both Thors. That was not a good trade, unfortunately. I marked the special vehicle factory in the back of Green's base to tell Harrydog that he should target the special vehicle factory next with his Thors, just so he could deny the shield for the green player. Meanwhile, Blue's countering with Thors, hitting Harrydog's airfields. We can see here I've gone HQ5 during this time. I had enough credits to spare so I could tech up, and now I'm going to be able to access a full HQ5 command points if needed. Here comes some more Thors flying out. They're continuing to hit the airfields for Harrydog and trying to deny the use of bombers. Harrydog's sending a few troops over to supplement my troops. We got a couple Zeus and some heavy assaults and a torrent. So I'm going to send my Zeus and torrents in now. Let's see if we can press an assault onto the green player. So green and blue have a combined defense force. Let's see if we can break this defensive line. I've got a gold vehicle attack boost going. And these defensive forces from green and blue are cleaned up very nicely. We got plenty of armor left, but we got a heavy defensive line from the green player with those torrents. Those torrents are doing a lot of damage, but we've got torrents on our side to counter, and green's gonna have to do something about the torrents, maybe repositioning. We see a couple torrents unfold and reposition. More walls coming down. We see another assault vehicle factory in the front, taking some fire from the Zeus. The torrents have repositioned from the green player and are now firing onto the Zeus. The Zeus have now broken the defensive line. We're starting to move into the green player's base. Blue's trying to reinforce. We got Zeus coming in from the side. Here comes some more torrent fire. And we are now inside the base, but we are taking some heavy fire from these torrents. So I'm trying to see if I can target down some of the units and then subsequently target down the vehicle factory. We can take out the factory that's going to cripple green's production. Here comes a Thor. Here comes two Thors from the blue player, and we're going to take some more casualties. Harrydog targeted the HQs. HQ went down. No more unit production for the green player. Blue's desperately trying to reinforce, sending in one or two Zeus at a time. It is not going to be enough though. So we're going to be able to clean up these Zeus. Still one more torrent in the back of the base firing on us, but we've got plenty of firepower. We're going to be able to clean up that torrent nicely. Thor is coming in again, trying to score bombing hits on us. This time they miss. So in the meantime, while we're attacking the green player and trying to finish off green, I'm continuing to reinforce with more units from my factories. More Thors coming in. Huge bombing hit onto the orange player, onto my ally. So no more torrents for Harrydog. Another Zeus coming in. We're going to go ahead and clean that up. So I've got more reinforcements coming in to reinforce. And I'm in a good position because I've got the economy to sustain production from 3 assault vehicle factories and a torrent factory, a special vehicle factory. So a lot of reinforcements coming in for me. So I've got 3 torrents and 7 Zeus right now, and Harrydog's got a Zeus as well. I got another torrent coming in, so I got 4 torrents total. Here comes another bombing run from the blue player. It's going to take out Harrydog's Zeus. And here comes Harrydog. Huge bombing hit on the HQ, and the HQ is going to go down. And so no more unit production for the blue player. Blue's in trouble now. I've got some Zeus coming in, but they're fighting back hard. There goes my torrents from another bombing run. So I've only got 6 Zeus in the picture, but here comes 3 more Zeus to reinforce. And we've just made it onto the plateau. I take out an airfield, and it looks like Harrydog's preparing a space system. I don't think we're going to need the space system though. There goes the other airfield. No more Thors for the blue player. And now we are just chewing through blue's base. Infrastructure starting to go down, starting to take down some anti-air towers. And we can see some vehicle production is happening, so probably some kind of HQ reserve has been dropped by the blue player for defense. But at this point, it's pretty much good game. So I'm actually going to retreat because my plan was to do contracts. But blue realizes they've lost, so they're going to self-destruct, and that's good game. Alright, that's the end of the battle. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.
Victory.